All right, y'all. We are live on this beautiful, sunny, yet kind of cold Friday morning. And man, this Bitcoin price action, it is very interesting, right? So, in this live stream, what I want to do is I want to take a look at the price action. I want to take a look, draw out some nice levels, and then I will look at Market Cipher, take a look, and see what is actually happening here, what we can do, how we can trade this. We want to make a plan and trade whatever the price action is doing. Now, last night, as you guys know, we did have that pretty big pump in Bitcoin right here. And in fact, I posted a YouTube update right before this pump happened because we could clearly see this happening on the 4-hour time frame. We were getting this area of consolidation right here where price was basically ranging for a few days, right, from March 29th all the way to April 1st. And what we saw in Market Cipher B was we saw, number one, momentum was coming down, but number two, the money flow was curving up, and it was actually quite a significant curve right here. And so I posted a video update saying, look, this is very bullish. We're probably going to get a pump, because when price is trading sideways and momentum is coming down, yet money is coming into the asset, inevitably that will lead to a pump. So I was looking for something very specific yesterday, which was right here. Looks like if we get some kind of wave here that comes up and then comes back down and prints another green trigger wave, that could be the momentum that causes us to break out of this high and perhaps hit a new all-time high for Bitcoin. Perhaps. Let's see. So really what I was hoping to see last night was when we were printing this green trigger wave, I was hoping to see Market Cipher B on the 24-minute kind of give us a little cool down and print another green trigger wave, and then, blast off from there in conjunction with the money flow crossover. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. We did not get, if we come over to the 24-minute, let's just click on the 24-minute, you can see that when we started to print this green trigger wave here, we were printing this wave. We could have entered right here, which is what a lot of people did. This is what I posted in the Discord, but unfortunately, we were not able to hold this support. So let me come into the Discord real quick. What did I post in here? We're basically, I didn't post it in here. I guess I posted it in the regular old Bitcoin TA channel. But really, we needed to hold this support in order to continue upwards, and we did not. So we find ourselves today at a time where Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin, is either going to do one of three things. It's either going to go up, it's going to come down, or it's going to trade sideways in some kind of range like this. And you can see that we are bouncing pretty well and respecting this support right here. This support at about 59.2, 59.3. So really what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be watching the Bitcoin price, and we're really just going to be taking it level to level. So what I want to do is I want to mark out some levels, some daily levels, some 4-hour levels. I want to take a look at Market Cipher. I want to take a look at some different things, and then we can come up with a plan on how we're going to trade this. There is a weekend coming up. We need to take that into account. Later on in the stream, I want to take a look at Ethereum. I want to take a look at Litecoin. Really, what is very important as traders that we are able to adjust on the fly. We need to have a strategy for various different possible scenarios so that whenever they play out, we're not losing out. Now, I've personally been in a long position for a number of days now. This is the 4th day that I've been long on the 4-hour time frame. I'm basically using this moving average, this 21 EMA. I'm using this as my invalidation point, right? If we come below this EMA, I am going to exit my position. Now, what I've been doing is every time we come up to these highs, I've been taking profit. So I entered right in here and then took profit up here. Then when we got this dip, right, I entered right when we got the bounce off this. When I say enter, I mean I'm taking profits, then adding more to my position. I took profits up here, and then last night I added more to my position here. I took profits once we got up to these highs. And yeah, these are the trades that I have been posting in the Discord, in the private Discord in here. Yeah, so this was the first one where we entered. We hit our take profit. This was the second one where we got that really nice bounce off the 21 EMA. The 21 EMA on the 4 hour is a really great support. And it really marks the fact that we're in an uptrend. So, you know, you want to enter when we come up above that. And every time we get those bounces, you know, you want to take advantage of that. And then, you know, we came up and we hit all our take profits with that as well. So let me get into the chat, make sure everything's cool, and then I just want to take a blank chart and go through some TA, like from nothing. Let's just go through TA. Let's come up with a plan. What's up, everybody? Shout out to all y'all in the chat here. Guys, FOMO into the like button. We got 500 people, only 100 likes. And let me just say, I am going to do a giveaway at the end of this stream. I'm going to be giving away the trading course to 2 people, as well as $100 in Bitcoin to 2 people. And the trading course is really nice, guys. It's basically a comprehensive course for newer traders, right? If you've been trading for a while, you probably don't need to take this. But if you're new to trading, I highly recommend you take a course in general. It doesn't have to be mine. But if you're new, you want to make sure you know what you're doing before you start trading. If you were going to do any other profession, you would get education first. You can't just, you know, walk into a hospital one day and become a brain surgeon because you saw some YouTube videos. You need to actually know what you're doing. So this course is going to walk you through everything from a complete beginner, how to set your levels, how to use different indicators, Fibonacci and all that, moving averages. We spend 3 sessions on Market Cipher. And then the best part is we teach you how to create your own winning strategy, how to create it and test it. And then we actually give example strategies, about 3 or 4 example strategies. We just did that yesterday in yesterday's session. So if you're interested in this, you can join my free Discord. You can hit me up and I will give you more information on that. In fact, let me post a link to the Discord in the chat here. Let me post the link. And yeah, guys, also, if you don't have Market Cipher yet and you would like a discount, a 5% discount, there's a link in the description of this video. Yeah, so there is a crazy sell wall on Coinbase at 60K. Shout out to Delvin, who says, thanks for helping achieve my goals with your magical charts. Shout out to Moondream, who says, best course ever. Yeah, guys, may God bless all of you. All right, so let's get into this, and we'll do the giveaway at the end of the video. I want to just do some naked TA. Okay, Rectful GG says, I entered at 60 because we closed 4 hours at 59. Would you suggest me something? Hang on here. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm gonna go into that here in the TA. I'm gonna go into that and talk about my plan here, because there's different ways to trade. Currently, I'm in a swing long, so I've been like riding this thing up from right in here. Been riding this wave up here because I missed a good entry down here, and that's fine. And so for me, you know, I have a very low liquidation price. A lot of volatility is perfectly fine for me. So let's do some TA, let's mark out some levels, and then talk about what we think is going to happen. So whenever we are doing technical analysis on a blank chart, we're going to turn off everything, including Market Cipher. And we are going to pull up the daily time frame, and we're going to mark out some levels. And these levels are going to be support and resistance lines, and we're going to look historically to the left of the chart and find areas where the price has found a sticking point. So if you see a lot of candle opens and closes, like right here, for example, you would make a horizontal line here, and you would mark that as a daily support and resistance. And then you're going to continue up the chart, and you're going to stick to the left, because the reason we're sticking to the left, guys, is because the left establishes the support and resistance level, and then the right will inevitably come back to those levels. And I'm not waxing political, guys, okay? This is not political. You could look at politically, though, right? Like if the left, if Joe Biden establishes this level, well, then Trump is going to come in here and he's going to revisit it. If that makes you feel better, you can look at this politically. But I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark out these levels here. Okay, I'm going to mark them out. I see one right here. There's one right here as well. There is one right here. And of course, there's this one here. And then I would say as well that there is clearly one right here, which we are currently breaking below, which is very significant. The 60,000 level we know it's a very important level. It's not on the daily time frame though. So you're going to mark these out, and these levels are going to give us basically great areas to long and short from. If price is breaking one of these areas and Market Cipher is giving us confluence, we would enter a long or short position, which is why yesterday I posted here that before we broke out of this level, I was saying, okay, we're not going to reject off of here. I knew we were not going to reject off of here. I knew we were going to at least come up and pump because Market Cipher was giving confluence, right? When we're coming up to one of these levels, let's take a look-see on this chart here. When we're coming up to one of these levels, like right here, this giant FOMO wick, a lot of people got super wrecked here, right? We got rejected way back down. And the reason it's called a rejection, if you're completely new to this, when I say we're rejected off a level, I mean price has come up to this line and the line has pushed the price back down, rejected the price from continuing any further. It's like, it's like that nerdy guy at school who has a really big crush on that really beautiful blonde girl, and she has gorgeous, long, flowing blonde hair, and he goes up to her and he says, hey, you want to hang out after school? And she rejects him. She pushes him all the way back down to the 21 exponential moving average. Okay, look at that huge rejection. Why did we get that rejection? Because Market Cipher B was giving us downward momentum. Now, compare that with this time where Market Cipher B is not only is the money flow curving up, but we are starting to see some wave separation here, and price had been trading sideways. Money is coming into the asset, and we are primed to pump out of here. So if you are not already in a swing long position and you're just looking to capitalize on a smaller move, this was a great place to enter. For me, I'm already in a swing position, so I'm looking to add to my position before the pump, take a little profit after the pump, and then stay in the position as long as we are confirming above this 21 EMA. And so, let me get back to the regular chart here. We're marking out these levels, and you're going to do it on the daily time frame, and then I recommend you go down to the 4-hour time frame and you zoom out and you do the same thing on the 4-hour time frame. So now on the 4-hour time frame, I can mark out some other levels, like I see this one right here, right around 60K. So I'm going to put this level right here, and of course, make sure to change the color of your levels so that you know which one is which. So for now, my dailies are going to be white. My 4 hours are going to be orange. Okay? And you don't have to keep these on your chart all the time. Really what we're just doing is we're marking out levels so that we can have reference points to trade from. And like I say often, you can think of these more as zones, as liquidity zones, because when price is finding a sticking point at a certain level, that means there's a lot of buying and selling going on there. Like these levels right here. This orange 4-hour line that we got rejected off a number of times. There's a lot of selling going on at this line. And then down here at this orange line, there's a lot of buying going on at this line. There's a lot of liquidity in the market. So these are zones where the market remembers that people are buying and selling here. So these are great places for you to keep an eye on when price gets down here, to look to buy at the support and sell at the resistance. And really, once we started to get a rejection off of here on the 4-hour time frame, look at what's happening. We're coming down, and we have momentum on the 4-hour time frame to continue to bring us down. So what am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for us to get to one of these zones. And if we get to one of these zones and Market Cipher B is giving us confluence that we're going back up, this is a great time to enter a position. If you are, already in a swing long, then perhaps you can add to your position there. If you're not in any kind of position, these are great places to add to your position. Now let me turn on some indicators here. Let's turn on some exponential moving averages, because these are also very important. And by the way, guys, depending on what time frame you're trading on, you're going to want to do this. Like if you're scalping, you're going to want to go down to, you know, even the 6-minute time frame, and just see what kind of levels you can find here. See what kind of levels you can find. But we're not going to talk about that in this video. But I recommend that, you know, go down to the 1 hour and draw some support and resistance levels as well. Like on the 1 hour, I can see that we have one right here because of the left, and I might change this color, make it blue for the 1 hour. And look, we're currently testing this support. So if Market Cipher is telling us that we are going to continue with lower momentum, this is a great place to enter a trade, perhaps when we break this low, because, you know, we tested this support 1, 2, 3, and then now we're breaking below it. So this gives us a great trade entry for a little short down to at least this first take profit level. If we were, you know, on a lower time frame, kind of taking some scalp trades, because we lost this support. Now we tried to break back up, we got rejected off of it, and now you know, you need to take a look at our other indications to make sure we have that downward momentum. But this is how you're going to find those trade setups, using those levels. And you can do this on the smaller time frames like the 5-minute, or you can do it on the larger time frames like the 4 hour. And this was crazy last night, because I remember, you know, I was watching this thing come closer and closer to this level here, and then when we broke out, we actually had a gap. We had a gap, which is very rare on Binance, where this candle closed up here and this candle opened way up here, and I actually saw it happen. It was it was a crazy thing to see. I don't think I've ever quite seen that before. All right, so these are our levels, and what we're going to do is we're really just going to take this level to level. There's no reason to freak out. There's no reason to consider that Bitcoin is going to dump all the way down to 40K. We have to cross those bridges when we get there. In the meantime, we just trade this level to level. And we don't just look at horizontals only. We will look at other things like, let me turn on some EMA lines. Okay, I love EMAs. They're some of my favorite indicators. And these are moving averages, which act as dynamic support and resistance levels. So these horizontals are acting as our horizontal support and resistance levels. But if we turn on some EMAs, and I like to use the 21, and I like to use the 55, and I like to make them purple and blue. So let me come here and make this one purple. And these are dynamic zones of support and resistance as well. So look at what happens whenever we come down and we test this 21 EMA. It acts as support, it acts as support, it acts as support, it acts as support again. And when you're looking at the charts here, guys, if you're looking for a long position or a short position, but because we're in an uptrend, the long positions are highlighted. If we come down somewhere like this, and we're testing not only a horizontal, but we're also testing this 21 EMA, you know, that is a great place to enter long. If you see that we're bouncing off of that. Again, right here, we were testing a 4-hour support level and the 21 EMA at the same time. Boom, that's a great place to enter a position or add to your position if you're already in a swing long. If you're in a swing long, I like to, on the 4-hour time frame, you know, add to my position when we're getting down to this 21 EMA, and then I like to take profit on the way up. That's kind of how I roll with these longs that I like to do. And this is going, the levels and the EMAs, these are going to be places where we're looking for entries, okay? And then the next layer is going to be Market Cipher. The next layer is going to be Market Cipher. Now, let me get into the chat real quick and just see if we have any questions. Guys, FOMO into the like button. I am going to do a giveaway at the end of this video because yesterday we got 1,000 likes. I'm going to give away the course to 2 people. We're going to do a random comment checker later at the end. And I also am going to give away $100 of Bitcoin to 2 people. So Patrick wants to know about the bearish divergence on the 4-hour. And Michael says, what candles are best for support and resistance? I like standard candles best for support and resistance. And yeah, Shabbat Shalom to Ricardo. Shabbat Shalom, Brachot Lechem, B'Shem Yeshua HaMashiach. Blessings to you all in the name of Jesus our Messiah. Yes, it is approaching the Sabbath day. Shout out to Twan. Thank you, bro, for saying this is nice content. Mega Skaters, what EMA indicator I opened? Just a regular EMA. And I did the 21 and the 55. Shout out to Hector Gutierrez, who says the course is fire. Shout out to Mark White, who likes the altcoin tips. Yeah, we're going to get into some altcoins later in the video, guys. I just want to start with Bitcoin. So let's pull up Market Cipher now. Let's pull up Market Cipher B right now. And let's take a look at some things. Now, clearly we are printing a red momentum wave on the 4-hour. So what does this mean? It means we have some downward momentum. And just look at what happens in the past when we print these red momentum waves on Market Cipher B. We come down quite a bit. We had one right here. We came down quite a bit. Now we're having one right here. So, you know, what would I, if I was looking to trade this right now, what I would do is I would be like short-term scalp trading, right? I would be preferring looking for short positions because just historically, whenever we print these red momentum waves on the 4-hour, in this uptrend, that's when we come down and get close to this 21 EMA. So I would be looking for, you know, us to come below one of these support levels. Confirm below it. This candle looks like we're coming down below it. We can see that every time we test this support, this is a 1-hour support, by the way, it's getting lower and lower. And if we were going to enter a position here, you know, like I said, we would enter short. We would maybe enter, you know, right here, somewhere like that. And we want to make sure that we give our stop loss, you know, maybe above the swing high. It depends on what time frame you're looking at. You could do a tight stop loss, but be careful because we wick quite often, especially when we're coming down in an uptrend. We will wick like big time. And, you know, take it level to level. Maybe start with this daily support right here. Perhaps we'll retest this daily support at 59. It's very, very possible. You know, and then if not, take it down maybe to the 21 EMA, and if not, then take it down here to the 4-hour level, and just continue to take it down. Now, will we get there? That's what we're about to look at right now. That's what we're about to look at right now. Whenever you're taking a trade, guys, either you need to either be using a strategy, like an algorithmic strategy, where you're looking for a certain number of confirmations before you enter, or you can take it more free flow where you are looking for confirmations, but they're going to be different every time, okay? That's for more experienced traders. And you don't want to do anything unless you are getting confluence and you are getting your indications. You don't just want to enter a trade based only on support or resistance, but you want to have confluence. So we've been printing some bearish things on Market Cipher. We have been printing some bearish things on Market Cipher, especially on these higher time frames. So let's take a look at that. On the 2-hour, we have something like this, right? We have seen the momentum coming down, and at the same time, we have seen the price from this point to this point going up, okay? Even though we are, you know, we've had a lot of volatility in there, we can still draw that trend line and see this bearish divergence is happening. Again, if we go to the 4-hour, we can see a very similar thing where we've had the price come up and we've had the momentum come down. And if we turn on the hike and a sheet candles right now, sorry, I'm not a big fan of hike and a sheet. I'm mostly not a big fan of red and green. So here, this isn't Christmas, guys. Let's come in here and make this blue and purple, the good colors that everybody likes. Blue and purple. I know I'm using yellow and purple right now. The reason I changed some of my charts to yellow is because I entered a trade and it was a golden entry. So yeah, we can clearly kind of see this upward trend and this downward momentum. So that is, kind of a not so great sign, to be honest with you. But if we're looking at the Heiken Ashi candles, this bearish divergence has not yet confirmed. It has not yet confirmed, and so that still gives us a little bit of hope. But these are things to keep in mind, because bearish divergences, they tend to play out. They tend to play out. Another thing to keep in mind, guys, is that we are approaching the weekend, and weekends are crazy for Bitcoin. They are crazy for Bitcoin. We have crazy pumps. We have crazy dumps. Let me turn back on regular candles. Okay. All right, let's take a look at some other things here. So, as many of you are probably aware, Bitcoin has also been kind of forming this ascending triangle pattern. This ascending triangle is basically where we're bouncing between this daily, or not daily, but 4-hour resistance at the right around 60K, and then we can draw this trend line and see that we are respecting this trend line on the way up. So this is another level to keep in mind, guys. If we come right in here and we break below this trend line and this support at the same time, that is pretty bearish. And look at right now, we're kind of dumping down. We're kind of dumping down below there. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, so this is something else to keep our eyes on, guys, because if we do break out of this, is typically a very bullish pattern. And again, the way we trade these, at least the way I trade them, is I don't just wait for a breakout of a pattern. I make sure that Market Cipher is also confirming the upward direction. So the way I would do that is I would come down to maybe a lower time frame, and when we got this nice pump here, why was I expecting a pump? And I created a video right here, before the pump, saying we're going to pump. How did I know? Well, because we were getting this upward momentum on Market Cipher B. When we're looking at Market Cipher B, and if you ever see something like this, where you have a low wave and then a consecutively higher wave and then a consecutively higher wave, I mean, this is extremely bullish. And not only that, but Market Cipher B on the 4-hour was looking also extremely bullish. So, we got that nice, 2.5% pump in like, what was that? About an hour and a half or so. That was nice. So when we're looking at a triangle like this, we also want to see the momentum going in our direction. Now, right now, what is happening on Market Cipher B is we have just had some very clear downward momentum, right? We printed a high wave up here and then a consecutively lower wave right here. And look at what happened. When we print this consecutively lower wave, we get this nice dump on the 24-minute that dumps us below both the 21 and the 55 EMA. And now it looks like we're coming down. And if we start to print a bottom here, that probably means that we're going to bounce off of this trend line. The Market Cipher is telling us, what is going to happen at these areas, like right here, where we come down, and yeah, we might wick below it, but we could tell, okay, we're probably not going to break below this trend line because Market Cipher B is printing a bottom, and we get a bounce off. Again, right here, Market Cipher B is printing a lower trigger wave here, which gives us a nice bounce up, and again, right here, we come down, we print a nice trigger wave, we get a bounce up. If this trend line was being tested and we see something like this happening, or let's say, again, we come up here. If we come up from this area on a lower time frame like the 24-minute, and we come up and then we get a red trigger wave right here, okay, where we see a clear downward direction, that's how you know, okay, we're not going to hold this triangle, because really the Market Cipher is giving us direction. It's giving us direction and momentum. It's telling us what is happening with money coming into and out of Bitcoin or whatever asset we're trading. And when it comes to patterns like these, it really helps us know, if it's a real breakout or if it's a fake out. It helps quite a bit. Some other things to keep in mind are some of the patterns that people have been watching, like this is looking pretty, on the 1 hour time frame, this is looking extremely bearish. This is looking extremely bearish because we have a red wave up here and then a lower red wave right here, and this indicator down here, this is called the Crown RSI EMA indicator. You can search for it in indicators. Just go Crown right here, Crown RSI plus EMA indicator. This is a very great indicator at determining what price direction. When this thing starts to curve up, here, let me show you guys. This is actually a really great indicator. When this, in general, when the two lines are pointing down, that means we're coming in a downtrend. When they start to level out, that means we're hitting a bottom. And then when they start to cross back up, that means we're heading into an uptrend. And another great thing about this indicator is the fact that there's two lines. We have this gray EMA and we have this blue RSI. And when the blue RSI crosses above the white EMA, check out what happens. Just check out what happens. Every time this crosses above, we get a nice little pump. And whenever it crosses below, we get a nice little dump. And then when it crosses above, we get a nice little pump. And the cool thing is, this can kind of help us know what's kind of going to happen before it happens, because we can see the overall direction of it. Now, right now, look at what's happening. This is starting to curve down, and this RSI has come very below this this EMA level. So we're looking pretty bearish on the 1 hour time frame, at least for right now. When we come to the 4 hour, same thing. The RSI has crossed below the EMA, and we really need to watch what's going to happen right here. Like, is this going to curve down like this, or perhaps we might come up like this? And the way we trade this, guys, is we just take it level to level. We look at our indicators, and we look at our support and resistance, our EMAs, and we take it level to level. That's what we do. That is what we do. You could also say for Bitcoin that we did form some kind of a double top by hitting this and then hitting this, and now we're going to come down. Really, I am watching to see what happens if we lose this level here. This, to me, if we lose the level of 58,700, I need to say the numbers in case people are driving. If we lose the level of 58,700, then I will be exiting my longs. And if we can break above the 60K level and hold that level, this is a very important level, the 60K level. If we can hold above this level, then that is extremely bullish for Bitcoin, and we will see a new all-time high if we can hold above that 60 level. We need the momentum to play out perfectly in the market. Like last night, the momentum waves didn't quite line up properly to get us to that level, and we got rejected off of a key Fibonacci extension level. Let's see what happens in the future. I still have an extremely bullish sentiment for Bitcoin, and if we just take a step back and look at the daily time frame, it looks pretty bad when you zoom in like this. But if we look at the daily time frame, we are still in a significant uptrend. We're high above this 21 EMA. If we do turn on Market Cipher B, we still have some room to curve up here on this momentum wave. If we look at the 12 hour, we are technically bullish because we have a green momentum wave on the 12 hour. And so things are still technically bullish, and really we just need to wait and see what happens. We have been really stalling out at this resistance, and usually when we come to a resistance multiple times, like, I mean, look at this. We have been testing and flirting with this resistance since March 13th. It's currently April 2nd. So when we finally break out of this resistance, it's going to be an explosive move. And in the meantime, it's very well possible to see some downward movement. And right now, my levels are, first the 58.6 level, and then the 57.4 level, and then the 55.9 level, 56K around there. This is how low I am comfortable with Bitcoin getting, 56,000, and still considering it in an uptrend. Okay, let's go to the chat, see if we have any questions. And also, I'm going to discuss Ethereum. I'm going to discuss Litecoin because honestly, there's some really great trades with Bitcoin and Litecoin. Rhea move. Steve Go 48 asks if I use this Crown RSI over the Wolfpack. Yeah. So somebody, and I forget who right now, but somebody recently showed me this indicator, the Crown RSI, and I think it's better than the Wolfpack. I think it's better than Wolfpack, and the reason is because if we pull them up side by side, we can see Wolfpack. If we pull them up side by side, we can see that because the Crown has two lines, like they're pretty much giving us the same peaks and valleys here. But because the Crown RSI has a zero line and then two lines, it gives us just an added layer of confluence, because not only are we seeing us cross above and below a zero line, but we're also seeing us cross above and below this EMA, which gives us just an added layer of confluence. So, you know, when the Wolfpack ID confirms and changes color, you know, this thing is crossing over an EMA, and the general direction of the EMA is telling us whether we're bullish or bearish. Because right here, you can see the general direction of the EMA, but Wolfpack ID isn't giving us this general direction like this. It's just giving us the peaks and valleys. So I really enjoy this indicator. I've been using it a lot lately, and it works really well on the smaller time frames too. And guys, I just realized that my computer's about to die, so I should probably plug it in, because that would kind of stop the stream dead in its tracks if that actually did happen. So some other assets here. Let's talk about Ethereum. Let's talk about Ethereum. So basically, the bottom line for Bitcoin, I'm still bullish. I'm still in a long. We're still in an uptrend. On the daily time frame, you know, we can come all the way down to like the 56 level and still be considered in an uptrend. However, I would exit my position if we come down to, you know, 58.6. I would exit my position there, because I am staying long as we are above the 21 EMA on the 4 hour. Okay, let's and honestly, if you're not in a position and you're looking to enter a position, if you're looking to go long, some of the best places to do it are at these supports. If we come down and test the 58.7 level, which would be not only a daily support level, it would also be that 21 EMA. That's a great place to look for a bounce. If Market Cipher is giving you confluence, that's a great place to enter long. If you're looking to enter short, you know, when we lose these places, when we lose this support and the EMA, you know, short down, and the way you're going to hit your take profits is you're just going to go to the previous support levels and mark them out, you know, something like that. And then we have one like here, and you're just going to set your take profits there. Always take profit when you're in profit, guys. That's another thing. Like last night when we got this huge pump, you know, I was reminding everybody in the Discord, take profit when you're in profit. That's the only way that you're going to consistently be winning trades. Don't get greedy and be waiting for price to keep going up. Take profit when you're in profit. There's less potential to make money, but there's more potential to keep money. You're not going to make as much, but you're going to make more over time, more consistently. Okay, let's take a look at Ethereum. And here we are, Ethereum. Wow, some crazy price action on Ethereum. Okay, so Ethereum, looking pretty nice, guys. Looking pretty nice. We did not hit our all-time high yet. And another thing to kind of keep in mind is on the 4 hour, we do have a slight bearish divergence, right? Slight. But on the 6 hour, we don't see that. On the 2 hour, yeah, we kind of do see it right here. Okay. But what's happening right now, I think, is we broke out of this huge. Here, let me get to the 12 hour. We broke out of this huge symmetrical triangle, and we broke through two key resistance levels. These are key resistance levels because you can see right here that this was acting as resistance, and when we broke through it, we retested it, and it acted as support for 1, 2, 3, 4 days. It acted as support, and then it acted as resistance right here, and then it acted as resistance, and then it acted as support. We came up, and this line here was acting as resistance, and now it's acting as support. You can see that we're getting a very clean bounce off of this line right here. That's a very good sign. That's a very good sign for Ethereum. The only thing that is concerning is the fact that clearly we're coming to the top of a momentum wave on the 12-hour. Now, is this that concerning? Well, not really, because we saw that happen here, and then price came down a little bit. We got a perfect bounce off the 21 EMA, and we also were printing a green wave on Market Cipher B, and that continued us upward. So what really could happen here, guys, is we might get a retest after this breakout of the triangle. It's very possible to get a retest of one of these support levels, or even the actual triangle, which would probably, you know, if this EMA kind of continues up, that would be a very good area, if you're not already long on Ethereum, to get in a long position, because when we come down and retest, and Market Cipher is giving us confluence that we're getting that bounce, and you see the bounce happening, it's a great time to enter, because it gives us a great entry where if you're not looking to be in a swing long, you're just looking to be in any kind of long position for maybe ride the wave up until we start to get some downward momentum, you can enter right here at the 21 EMA, set your stop loss below the support, and have a very good risk to reward ratio. And then you could set your take profits, the first one here, then the third one up here at the all-time high, and that would give you a great 10% move with a very low risk. Like, you're only risking 2.6% to potentially earn 10.6%. And so let's see if something like that happens. Of course, we might not come back down and test the 21 EMA. We might test one of these other support levels. And if we go to the 4-hour, you know, we can see that the 21 EMA would line up with this support level on the 4-hour. And just historically, guys, with Bitcoin and Ethereum, these 21 EMAs, they really act as major support on all the time frames. I mean, we look at the 12-hour, and you know, we can see support, and then when we're in a downtrend, it acts as resistance. So when we're looking at these retracements and how these things are going to retrace, a lot of things you can do. A lot of times you can just go to the different time frames and take a look at where about these EMAs are, and set those as levels where you're looking to be interested in a trade. Another thing you can do is take your fib retracement, and if we take it from the swing low of this move to the swing high of this move, look for a bounce off of one of these Fibonacci levels. Now, check this out. This is pretty interesting. The 0.382 level also lines up with this trend line, and also lines up with this 21 EMA on the 12-hour. Let's go to the 4-hour. 4-hour. Obviously the trend line is higher, but the 382 level lines up perfectly with the trend line. And a lot of times, you know, if we're in an uptrend and we do get a retracement or some kind of retest, we will come back down to this 382 level before getting a nice bounce upward. And this is hypothetical, of course, guys, but if we do come down to this level again and retest it, it would make for a great long. And the way we can set some of our targets is by taking another fib, and instead of going from the swing low to the swing high, we would take it from the swing high to the exact place where we bounce off. Let's say we do bounce off the 382 level. This is a way to set some of our targets. So, you know, our all-time high is pretty close to the 1.27 extension, then, you know, the 1.618 extension, and then the 2.27, the 2.618. And guys, I'm long on Ethereum, and I have my eyes set. If we do get a bounce off that level, it would line up perfectly with my target, which is the 3.618 of this hypothetical situation. 25K, not 25K, 2,500. That is my target for this. I am expecting to get there by February 14th. The latest, guys, February 14th. I'm not gonna give you a year, but I can say for certain that Ethereum will hit $2,500 by February 14th. Okay, So we have some great opportunity here, guys. The fact that Ethereum is now coming to the top of momentum. Money flow is super thick. We just had a money flow crossover. Things are looking very nice for Ethereum. Bitcoin dominance is coming down. Altcoins are about to pump. We have a great opportunity to get in a nice long position right here on Ethereum. Don't ever buy the highs. Wait for some kind of retracement, some kind of bounce. And these are the levels where you want to keep your eyes on for Ethereum. These are the levels. Okay, pull your fibs. I love to pull my fib out. Sometimes when I go to Walmart, I'll just be standing there in the aisles, and all of a sudden, boom, I pull out my fib. Everyone's looking at me, yo, this guy's got a fib. I'm like, yeah, I got a fib. People are like, yo, let me see. I'm like, all right. I pull it. I pull it out. I take it out. I pull it from the swing low to the swing high in the grocery section. In the grocery section of Walmart, people are like, dang, bro, this guy's got a fib. Yeah, that's how I roll. That is how I roll. So yeah, definitely keeping my eye on this 3.82. And if anybody is unfamiliar with what Fibonacci is or how it works, let me just go over that, because I know some people get confused. But this is a tool to determine when price is in an uptrend. It never goes straight up, right? We're never going to see price do this. Never. We're going to see price do this. It comes up, it comes down, it comes up, it comes down, it comes up, it comes down, it comes up, it comes down. And what the Fibonacci tool does is it allows us to know what percentage of the move up price is retracing to. When price comes down in an uptrend, it's called a retracement. And so we pull it from the swing low to the swing high. And this is telling us these numbers here are actually percentages. And to get the percent, we have to move the decimal place over 2 positions, right? Like we learned in school. If they still even teach that in school, I don't know what they teach in school. I haven't been in school in a very long time. So this would be 38.2%. This would be 23.6%. And all that really means is the price is retraced 23.6% of this initial move upward, or it's retraced 38.2% of this initial move upward. And a lot of times you will see that price will bounce off of one of these Fibonacci levels. You will just notice that price will bounce off of these levels. Some people say it's market psychology. Some people think there's some kind of other reason for it. I don't know, and I don't care. Some people say it's because everyone trades the fib. I don't know, and I don't care. All I know is that price tends to respect these levels. And when we're in an uptrend and price is coming down, we can look for a bounce off of these levels, and it will help us find a really good long position. And if you can line things up with lots of confluence, if you can line up a trend line with a moving average with a Fibonacci level, and you see prices coming down to there, and you see that Market Cipher is giving us upward momentum, boom, you have yourself a beautiful long entry, a beautiful long entry. And also the opposite is true if we're rejecting off of a Fibonacci level. And some of the ways you can obtain your targets using Fibonacci, because I'm sure if you're newer to trading, you probably have seen people just pull this thing up and say, yep, this is my target. Well, how do they get those targets? Let's say that price does retrace down to the 3.2 level, and we get a nice retest of this trend line, and also that would probably be retesting these moving averages as well. I don't know if we'll get that deep of a retracement. I don't know, but let's say that we do. To obtain your targets, you're going to take another fib, and instead of taking it from the swing low to the swing high, you're going to take it from the swing high to the exact place where it bounced. And this will give you your targets. This will give you your targets. And, you know, I have set this take profit level at 25.02 based on Fibonacci extension levels of other measurements that I've made. And they tend to line up very well. So that's how you would do that, guys. I want to take a look at Litecoin too, because I'm super bullish on Litecoin. You guys know that even though I don't think Litecoin is a good coin in general, I'm bullish on it for the short term. And it's because when people are new to Bitcoin, and we know as the bull market continues, we're going to get those new investors coming in. Those old Southern grandpas, their grandson have been telling them about Bitcoin forever, right? Since 2012, grandpa, you know, there's this thing, Bitcoin, you got to get into it. Nah, man, that's fake money, grandson. You know, I only trust the dollar because that thing is backed by the integrity of the United States of America. Okay? And then you talk to him later in 2017, man, grandpa, you got to get into Bitcoin, man. It's $3,000 now. It was just $800. This is going up. Man, I don't play with none of that fake money, man. I only use American dollars. That's all I do, right? Now, finally, that same Southern grandpa, finally, that same Southern grandpa in the year 2021, he's like, you know what, grandson? Maybe you were right about that Bitcoin there. You know, I need to get me some Bitcoin. So you take him to Coinbase.com. He goes there and he's like, man, you know, I heard of this Bitcoin stuff, but what's these other coins here, right? You got this, what's this, Urethra, and you got this other one, Litecoin, and these new investors, you know, they go on Coinbase and they're just buying this stuff up because they just think like, okay, if Bitcoin can go from, you know, 10 cents to $60,000, then maybe this here Litecoin can go from 200 to like, you know, 20,000. So people are going to be buying Litecoin. And during bull markets, all the altcoins pump anyway. So these top 10, top 20 market cap altcoins, I become very bullish on. So I want to take a look at the LTC and show you guys what I'm thinking here on the LTC. This is my LTC chart. As you can see, let me go to the 12-hour. We are forming this very nice, this extremely nice symmetrical triangle. And some people say I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable when I say symmetrical triangle. But I don't listen to those people. Instead, what I do is I look at the chart and I do what the chart is telling me. Now look at this, guys. Look at this. We have this orange daily. This is a daily support and resistance level. When we come to the daily chart, when we go to the left, we see clearly this was support, 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 resistance. It was support and then resistance and then resistance, resistance, resistance. Now we're coming up. What's happening? We're getting a rejection not only off of a daily resistance level, guys, but also a trend line of the symmetrical triangle, okay? And what else do we see? Well, we see that on the 12-hour, we're starting to fizzle out. We're starting to get to the top of our momentum, which means we're probably going to have some kind of downward movement. Now, what would I love to see happen? Take a look at Market Cipher. We have formed just recently this extremely significant bottom on Market Cipher B. Why is it so significant? Well, if you were asking why it's so significant, allow me to provide an answer. When we are in such a thick uptrend like this, right? And we get a low. Hang on, this is Bybit here. So Bybit hasn't been doing the LTC for too long, so we can't really see into the past. But if we get one of these low momentum bottoms, a snake eyes, during an uptrend, while money flow curves into the red on the 12-hour, that is a powerful statement that we are at a bottom. And the fact that we had a money flow curve back up, that's also extremely powerful. That means we've really hit some kind of bottom here. And really, when we look at this bottom, not only is it a bottom with the money flow in the red, but it's also at a daily level of support. So we got to bounce off of a daily support with this crazy bottom on Market Cipher B on the 12-hour, guys. And remember, the higher the time frame, the more accurate these indicators are. And so we get this significant bounce off of a daily support with Market Cipher doing this snake eyes thing on the 12-hour. That is crazy. And so I'm really expecting us to break out of this triangle. And I scooped up some Litecoin during the dump, and I posted this trade in my trading Discord. Let me see if I can find it here in my altcoin area. And let's see. Yeah, so basically what did I do? I was scooping up some Litecoin. Where was that? Where was I scooping it up? I forget. Let me see. These are like the altcoin. I post these altcoins. Yeah. Okay, Litecoin pumped a lot after yesterday's dip. That's Zilica. Dent pumped. Oh yeah. Here it is. Scooping up some Litecoin. I was scooping up some Litecoin on this dip here when we dipped down and retested this 21 EMA because, on the 4-hour time frame, not only were we bouncing off the EMAs, which is very significant, but look at this direction on the lower time frames. I'm like, all right, this is a bounce. I'm scooping it. I scooped it up, and where did I end up? Yeah, so I scooped it up right here on this dip, and I just rode that move up to the trend line of the triangle. That was a super nice entry and exit. In fact, let me see. That was a nice trade. That was a 10% move right there for LTC. And so now what I'm doing, I'm out of that trade, by the way. I'm out of that trade, but I still am a big hodler of Litecoin. I trade and hodl Litecoin, to be honest with you guys. This is one of my hodl coins. Now what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for the momentum to cool off. When we come to the 6 hour, we can see that we're coming to the tippity top of one of these momentum waves, right? So here's what a potential happening is: we could come down, and when we test this 21 EMA on the 6 hour, right, and maybe we print a trigger right here, kapam, kapam. Once we break out of this triangle, and it makes that sound, kapam, then we will see some crazy highs for LTC. And everything's lining up, guys. The Bitcoin dominance is down. You got your Southern grandpas buying up Ethereum. And, you ever heard of Litecoin, son? You ever heard of this here Litecoin, huh? You know, I planted a whole field of Bitcoin. I'm going to plant me some Litecoin. And what can we expect? Well, we would just take our little tool, and we'd look to take profits at these levels here, all right? I would take profit. First place would be 225. The second place would be 250, right around there. And I would not be surprised, y'all, if we just kept on going. And we can take, again, our good old Fibonacci extension tool to try and get some kind of prediction of what's going to happen. And let me just show you guys, like, you know, let's just take the fib and let's look at a past experience. We come up here, swing low to swing high, and look, we get a bounce perfectly off of that Fibonacci level, right? You guys see that? Let's take a look. You could look at this in many ways. There's so much confluence here, because not only do we technically get a bounce off of this daily support level, right? We drop below it a little bit, but then we come right back up. We also are getting the bounce off of the trend line, but really the bottom of this bounce is perfectly at the 78.6% of that initial move upward. And so we can do that as well when we're looking for a good entry on these Litecoin trades. We want to see, because, you know, trading's about stacking the probabilities in our favor. So I think it's very probable that Bitcoin, that Litecoin is going to break out of this symmetrical triangle. I think this is very probable. And so what I'm doing is I'm looking for a good entry. And really, of course, it's based on the analysis. We're not 100% certain it's going to break out, but because I'm so bullish on it, what that means is when I see price coming down to test this EMA and to test this 4-hour support and resistance level, I might scoop up some Litecoin at this level. If it comes down even more, right, and it bounces off another Fibonacci level, I would scoop up more on that level, because if we take the swing low to the swing high here, what are some significant areas that I would be looking to buy this for the breakout? Well, I would say, you know, the 382 level is always a great one, perhaps the 0.5. The 618, guys, 618 is an extremely important, the 61.8% of a retracement is probably one of the bounciest areas, okay? If we were to come down and retrace to the 61.8, it would also line up perfectly with this trend line. And that would be, for me, I would be like, I'm going to ride this thing up from there all the way up. And of course, you can dollar cost average on the way down if you are convinced and it is your hypothesis that Litecoin is going to break out of this triangle. Then another thing to do, if you're like a swinger, like I am, a swing trader, just scoop some up when we get here, scoop some up when we get here, scoop some up if we get here. And then you're dollar cost averaging on your way down, and then you can ride that trend up. And you can make a lot of money doing that, y'all. You can make a lot of that green. Well, when I say green, I really mean silver, because Litecoin is silver. It's the silver to Bitcoin's gold. Yes, indeed it is. And speaking of Bitcoin, let me take a look and see what's happening here. The 24-minute looks like it is about to print a bottom. And we are, you know, seeming to be holding this support here. So hang on. We are seeming to be holding that support. Let me get to this chart here. Yeah, let's see. We're seeming to be holding this support. This is the 6-hour time frame. Looking pretty bearish though. Looking pretty bearish. The 4-hour looking pretty bearish. So yeah, short term for Bitcoin, guys. It's definitely bearish short term. I mean, when we print these red momentum waves on the 4-hour, we have some downward price movement. So I would say keep your eyes on these levels on the 4-hour. Keep your eyes on this trend line. Keep your eyes especially right here at 58.7, because if we lose this level, then I would say we're coming down to the 57.3 level, because that is the bottom of our previous range right here. This was a very significant support. So it would make sense that price would retrace here. And also, if we lose that 21 EMA, guys, that is extremely significant. All right, let's go into the chat, y'all. Guys, FOMO into that like button. We got a lot of folk in here, and only 500 likes. Guys, I am doing a giveaway at the end of this stream because we did get 1,000 likes the other day. And so I'm giving away the trading course to 2 people, as well as $100 of Bitcoin to 2 people. And Hugh says Billy obviously isn't looking at the chat. Now I'm going to look at the chat, and I am going to oh man, ETH is flying. I'm not looking at the chat. All right, let's take a look at ETH, and then we'll do that giveaway. Let's take a look at ETH. Man, I'm so stoked on ETH. Oh man. Okay. Man, ETH is flying, guys. ETH is flying. Just keep in mind, okay, if you're not already long on ETH, please, be careful. Just be careful. If we break this all-time high, I would obviously expect more of a pump. Like if we break the previous all-time high, we're definitely going to a new all-time high. Just please be careful, guys, because everything is overbought on Market Cipher, okay? We are printing a red momentum wave here. Things are high. Things are hot. Things are hot. It's very rare that we print a wave this high, and it usually does signify some downward movement. So just be careful. Don't FOMO into a trade. FOMO makes people buy high and sell low. Seriously. Just be patient, watch what's happening, and wait for a good entry. Wait for a good entry. If you're already long, then yeah, because I've been long on ETH for a very long time. I've been long on ETH since right here, when we printed this snake eyes here. So I've been in this trade for way too long, since February 23rd. 1x leverage, a big position though. So I'm currently up 44%. Wow. And if my take profit gets hit, I'll be up 77%. Wow. That's legit. That is legit. I love legitimacy. I love swing trading, guys. Swing trading is the best, the lowest risk, most easy, fun way to trade. All right. Ricardo says, yeah, I need a second monitor, guys. I'm going to get one. I'm going to get one. I am going to get one. Yeah, Crypto Gamer's laughing at my 1x. Well, here's the thing, Crypto Gamer. First of all, if you've been a hodler since like a long time like I have, where I've been accumulating my crypto year after year, month after month, I have a lot of capital I can put onto these trades. I don't need high leverage to make a significant gain. And you also have to keep in mind, on Bybit, 1x, you're still, not only is your Ethereum making dollar value, but you're gaining more Ethereum even on the 1x. And when you're using leverage, it's just multiplying the amount of money you already have. So if you have $100 on 10x, it's no different than trading $1,000 1x. If you have $1,000 10x, it's no different than trading $10,000 1x. So the reason I use 1x is because not only is it super safe, where Ethereum could do anything right now and I won't get liquidated, but it's also it's kind of irrelevant. I also save a lot on fees. Action camera, will I stop at 77%? No, of course. I'm going to keep riding this thing as much as possible. I'm going to ride this thing as much as possible. I'm just saying, like, that's my goal, where, like, I'm really looking for. And there are not insane fees when you're 1xing it, because those funding fees are based on your the higher your leverage, the more those fees, man. Do I ever 100x for fun? Yeah, sometimes when I have all this money just sitting around on my desk and I don't know what to do with it, I will enter 100x trades. Yeah. And then it takes care of that problem. I lose all the money. Yeah, don't FOMO into Ethereum, guys. FOMO into the like button. And guys, if this video can get 1,000 likes, I will do another giveaway next week, next Friday. I will give away the trading course and $100 of Bitcoin. Oracle wants to know 1x is the leverage. Well, if you're trading on Bybit, if you're trading on margin, on Bybit everything is on margin. So yeah, technically it's a weird thing. Somebody says to go look at Bitcoin on the 1 minute chart. So let me do that here. I don't even use the 1 minute chart, guys. That's how not of a scalper I am. So we got a nice double bottom here, and that would have been, if you are a scalper, this would have been a great entry, right? Because we see the bottom and the momentum. I don't really like to trade. I don't ever trade the 1 minute, guys. You know me. I'm looking at the 12 hour. I'm looking over at the 12 hour. The 1 minute is so foreign to me. This is like another planet. This is like when Elon Musk tweets us to Mars. That's the 1 minute for me. All right, if anyone has any questions, go ahead and ask them. I don't have a Telegram group, Ian. The only thing I have is a private Discord where I post some of my trades. I can't post all of them in there because if they're really small, I don't have time, but I post some of my scalp trades. I post my swing trades in there. Andrew Sykes sent a super chat. So he says, Jay, you're the man for the massive TA that you do. Top course, top man, great wealth will come to you in money and health. Well, if it's the Lord's will, then I do pray, obviously, for those things. But I do know that whatever comes my way, I know who is in charge of my life, and that's all that matters to me. But I appreciate the kind words, my brother. I do. Let's see what else we got here. Thanks, Bojan. I am having a pretty great day. Moonwolf wants to know if I think Bitcoin will follow ETH right now. I don't know. I don't know. They have not been mirroring each other as much lately as they used to. Joe says, hey Jay, what platforms do you use to trade these altcoins on, since Bybit doesn't offer all of these as trading pairs? Yes, so primarily if I'm trading altcoins, I will use Binance with a VPN. And also there's Femex, and there's some other platforms out there that I am currently taking a look at. And Jens van Denberg just started trading 2 weeks ago with some profit from past years. Learned a lot. Loving the videos. Shout out to you, brother. God bless you. What's with the color I use? I just love blue and purple. Plan B, the world is gone. Shout out to you, bro. Brian asks, would you do a giveaway for the private Discord? Yep. Yeah, I would. Yeah, why not? Yeah, so here's the thing, guys. I'll do a giveaway. If this video can get 1,000 likes next week, I will do a course giveaway with $100 of Bitcoin and also access to the private Discord where I post my trades, all the altcoins that I'm trading in there. I post my TA in there. And, yeah, So 1,000 likes, guys. I think we could do it. I think we could do it. We don't have 1,000 viewers, but I really think we could do that. R.Y. Andy asks, is this all I do, trade, or do I work as well? Okay, so I do have another business, but I'm currently in the process of handing that over to other people because I do want to go full-time crypto, and I really do. And mixed with I'm a homesteader as well, so I've got a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, ETH is pumping right now. Philip Forrest wants to know, what is a breakout, one candle above resistance? It really depends on what your confirmations would be, but typically people would say either a 1 hour candle, a 4 hour candle. I like to look to see, to be honest with you, Philip Forrest, here's what I like to see to as a confirmed breakout. To confirm the breakout, like let's go back to last night on the 15-minute time chart. What I would have liked to see here is this, right? If we get this initial pump up and then, we come down, we came all the way down to here just to liquidate everyone's stop loss who is using high leverage, then what I would like to see is us come back up and then confirm over it and then continue upward. But instead, what we did was we came back up, confirmed over it, and then continued downward. So really the breakout, I would say on the 15-minute time frame or even the 30-minute time frame, is the breakout, the retest, and then the confirmation. That's really the only way you can get a surefire breakout, is you come up and then the retest. Another thing is, for me, this right here was a key Fibonacci level. The 59.9 level was a key fib level that I was looking at, and I said, I even posted it in the Discord, guys, we need to hold this previous resistance as support. If we can't hold it, we're not going to break out of here. So there's a few different ways to look at that. T-Butt 155, do I trade on Shabbat? I do not trade on the Sabbath day, guys. I do not, because the Lord created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, and on the seventh day he rested. And that's what I do as well. That's what I do as well. And it's a reminder to me that the Lord is in control of all the wealth that I could potentially make, and I need to put him first, because if I don't, it says he's the one who gives man the power to gain wealth, and I trust him with that. And sometimes it's tough. I got to be honest with you guys. Sometimes it is tough to turn off the phone, but that's what I do. Bitcoin is in a bull market right now. What does somebody say? Sure, Bitcoin is in a bull market. However, any chance to see a big dump in these couple days? Yeah, absolutely. We can see a big dump, and that's why we have to be prepared, and that's why we have to take it level to level and look at Market Cipher, right? If we lose this support, which is also the 21 EMA on the 4 hour, then I will exit my swing long positions. Okay, I will exit them. I have ways to exit these, and then I would turn bullish I would turn bearish in the short term with Bitcoin, looking for another kind of big dump, because that's what I love about moving averages, guys. When we lose these moving averages, like, look what happens. When we lose these EMAs, that's when we enter into a downtrend. When we regain the EMAs, that's when we're coming into an uptrend. So that's what makes swing trading so nice in these crazy volatile bull markets, is that the trend is just your friend. When we're above those moving averages on these huge time frames, it just takes all the pressure off. You just go in. You go in, and I've been riding this thing since like right here. Right, I've been riding this chunk of the wave here because I couldn't really find a good entry. I didn't want to enter here just in case it wasn't the bottom. And then really I like to wait for the EMAs to cross over each other. That's what I like to do. Let's see if we have any other questions. Can I sometime tell you how to take profit regularly as an income, as in if we want to replace our job with trading? Yes. Okay, so John, if you want to replace your job with trading, what you need to do, and to be totally real and honest, is, first of all, you need to have a lot of experience, and you need to have quite a bit of capital to trade with, because if you are just trying to use a low amount of money with high leverage and you're new, you're probably going to get liquidated. And the way I do it is I will trade a lot of different assets. I probably make well, it's hard to say, but on these little altcoins, especially during these bull markets, the altcoins can be a great way to accumulate your stack because they pump and they're so easy to Institute wants to know, when was the last time I lost my trade? I lose trades all the time. Especially smaller trades. But the key is that you have a good risk to reward ratio, that you keep your losses small and your wins big, so that the big wins are going to offset your small losses. And then I focus on swing trading. I focus on these altcoins that pump. That's the thing, guys. Even like Litecoin, but even some of these smaller coins, like this is one I'm eyeing up, right? This coin here, VIDT. I'm eyeing these things up because here's why. Check it out, guys. Check it out. You can get these altcoins at the bottom. Because you can see some of these lower cap coins. And look at what's happening right now with Market Cipher. Look at this on Market Cipher. This is the daily time frame, guys. This is the daily time frame, right? You can get these coins on You can get these coins at the bottom. Like, draw your support and resistance lines, and notice, okay, this is the bottom. I could put a couple grand in here, and I'm not really going to lose my money. I'm not. It's going to stay generally the same. We're already at the bottom, but there's this huge potential to make, if we retest the all-time high. There's a huge potential to make 650%. And usually the way these bull markets run is we will surpass the all-time high. And like Dent is another one. Like, I was just posting about this in my Discord about Dent, right? I did the most basic TA, right? We have a support that is being respected. And let's see. I came in here. Where did I post that? Right here. I was a little late. I said, guys, I'm a little late to the Dent breakout. Guys, I'm a little late on this breakout, but Dent USDT is looking nice, due for another pump. We have a green trigger wave on the 12-hour. The most basic TA. And now, look at this. And of course, I'm taking profits on the way up, y'all. I took out a lot of profit when we hit this all-time high here on Binance. But we're up, 73%, 71% in a couple days. I mean, these altcoins, these are how you can really accumulate your capital. Even if you just put like a couple depending on how much money you have. Even if you just put a couple grand into these coins, and I'm so bad at math, right? But let's say you put like $2,000 into a coin, and it goes up by 75%. You just made $1,500 in a couple days. And then this, you can stack it. And then when it comes to trading something more regularly, like Bitcoin, like once the bull market is over, guys, we're going to have to go back to, trading primarily the big cap coins and riding these little moves up and down. But if you have a lot of capital to do that with, and you have good risk to reward ratio, good risk management, you can do pretty well for yourself. But what's really important, guys, is learning how to trade in general. And not overthinking it, not over trading. If you're totally new, I recommend you take a course. Obviously, it does not have to be my course, but the purpose of my course is so that if you're totally new, you can learn everything you need to know in order to become confident and have your own strategies and really become profitable doing this as a skill. And I even give us 3 example strategies that we can use that I've already backtested, that I already used to make profit. So if you're interested in this course, guys, join my free Discord. Hit me up in there. I'll give you details. Or there's 2 ways to do it. You could hit me up in Discord, and there's a one-time cryptocurrency payment for the course. It's like $200. Or if you don't want to do that, you could become a Patreon, a level 1 VIP Patreon. It's $30 a month. You get access to the course. There's going to be 18 sessions. Right now we're coming up to session 13. And you could just be in the Patreon, pay $30 a month, and then if you want to keep supporting me, you can. And if you want to just take the course and then stop, you can do that too. Those are the two ways to get access to that course. And yeah, let me drop actually my Discord link in the chat here. Guys, join my free Discord. Shout out to Bar None Off Grid, who is an off-grid homesteader. It's the best life you can live. Yeah, Bar None, I would love to become completely off-grid. You know, right now I do have a water source that does not require any kind of electricity. I have lots of trees on my land in order to burn for heat, and I'm trying to become as self-sufficient as possible. I am trying to become self-sufficient as possible. The way things are going, guys, self-sufficiency, that is the way to go. Can I check ADA? Oh, wow, okay. CE wants to know, where do I buy the altcoins? Okay, so I use Binance with a VPN from Germany, and also you can get a lot of these on KuCoin as well. Okay, what is the difference between holding and trading 1x? Tyrone Pinoy wants to know, what is the difference between holding and trading 1x? That's a great question. I'm going to do a few more questions, guys. Then I got to split out of here, and we're going to do the giveaway. I guess we're not going to do it next week because we need to get to 1,000 likes. We need to get to 1,000 likes, guys. So here's the difference between holding and trading 1x. Let me pull up a notepad here, okay? Let me pull up a notepad. If you're holding Bitcoin, okay, if you're holding one Bitcoin, and Bitcoin goes up, and let's say the price, here, let me make this bigger for us so that you guys can see. I just realized, it's like, what the heck am I doing? If you're holding one Bitcoin, let me make it even bigger. If you're holding one Bitcoin and the price goes up, you know, $1,000, then your Bitcoin is now worth $1,000 more than it used to be. But you still only have one Bitcoin. If you are trading 1x leverage on Bybit in the inverse perpetual contracts, you are not earning US dollars on the way up. You are earning Bitcoin on the way up. So maybe I should use percentage. Okay, let's say you have one Bitcoin that is worth $1,000 and Bitcoin goes up 10%, right? Let's just say Bitcoin goes up 10%. Now you have still one Bitcoin that is worth $1,100. If you are inverse perpetual contract trading on Bybit and you have one Bitcoin at 1x, which is worth $1,000, right? That Bitcoin is worth $1,000. And the Bitcoin price goes up 10%. Well, guess what? Now you have 1.1 Bitcoin. Now you have 1.1 Bitcoin, and your 1.1 Bitcoin is now worth 10% more than your one Bitcoin was worth at the beginning of the trade. So not only are you increasing your USD value, you're increasing your crypto value, and that's what makes it so appealing, because it's not just like holding. It's you're increasing your stack. While the price of Bitcoin is going up, you're getting more Bitcoin. Imagine if you could buy one Bitcoin and hold it, and every time the price went up, somebody would add more Bitcoin to your wallet. That's basically what this is. Okay? How do you tell the difference between a wick down to the 21 EMA and it going below and changing trends? I was thinking of order. Okay, here's how you know. You have to look at Market Cipher for confluence, really, and you also see what's happening here. Like, are we getting a huge bounce off of it? If we're getting a huge bounce off of a moving average, what I tend to do is I will carefully enter a position. I will carefully enter, and once I see that yes, we're clearly getting a bounce and we're not doing something like this, then I will continue to add to that position. But really, obviously, you're always going to take a risk. You're always going to take a risk. And you can kind of like, I feel like with Bitcoin, and of course, never go off your feelings, but I feel like with Bitcoin, you can kind of just know what's going to happen, because when we get these crazy dumps, okay, I mean, look, I mean, when we get the dumps, it's very clear that we're dumping, and it's very clear that you know, we're breaking below, as opposed to something like this that happened the other night, where this is very clear that we're not breaking below, right? We just wick down, and as soon as we wick down, we start. I mean, really, as soon as, because I was watching this happen in bed, and as soon as we came down here, we just immediately start to shoot up like that. And so I'm like, all right, let's get in here above this moving average. And really, what you can do is, if let's say, because you should be watching this, it makes it the best. Like, yeah, you could put a buy order down here, and that's not a bad idea, but best would be watching it. And then what you can really do is you could just enter, let's say, okay, I'll wait until we bounce up above here, and I'll just set my stop loss below the wick. And if we are indeed bouncing, then this is a great trade. And if we're not, you have a tight stop loss, and you can get out right away. Shout out to Delvin with the super chat. Any idea when Binance will be available in Texas, or just move on with a VPN? Yeah, I'm just doing the VPN, guys. I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about what's going on with that. All right, guys, let's do the giveaway. Let's do the giveaway. So, how we're gonna do this is I'm going to pick a video on my channel. Okay, let's do this, guys. Let's go to the update I posted last night. If you go to the Jason Casper channel, by the way, guys, if you're new, I got playlists, Market Cipher tutorials, pretty good, in my opinion. Obviously, I made them. Come to my channel, go to this most recent video right here, important Bitcoin update, Ethereum and Litecoin, posted 12 hours ago. I want you to come to this video, and I want you to post a comment down here, and I want you to say, what should the comment be about? Tell me which altcoin. Tell me which altcoin you're most bullish on and why. And then I will come back here in maybe a few minutes. Go comment on this video. I'll drop the link in the chat. Then I'm gonna pick 2 random comments. Also, leave your Bitcoin address in your comment. Leave your Bitcoin address in your comment so that I can send you the Bitcoin. And then after I pick your comment, I will send you the Bitcoin. Reach out to me in the Discord, and I will hook you up with the course. So comment on here with your Bitcoin address, and then hit me up in the Discord. So here, let me drop this link in the chat. Joseph Hanna, the wash rule. No, I've not quite heard of that. But all right, guys, comment on that video. And oh, the white rabbit next to Discord. This is actually the Haas trading bot. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Yeah, comment on the video, guys. I'll be right back in 1 minute, and then I will do the random comment checker. All right, y'all. Here he is. Let me get into the random comment checker here. Let me put in the URL. Okay. All right. So, Pierina Bustamante, most bullish on Ethereum. It has to be used for almost everything. Okay, cool. I will send you $100 of Bitcoin, and let's see here. Put your Bitcoin address in here, along with your name. And please, Piriana, if you could join my Discord, reach out to me in the Discord ASAP, and I will hook you up with the course. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do another. Okay, Dracone. Hi from Spain, Litecoin for sure. Great job. Let's see if I have luck with the prize. Yep, I guess you do. So I will send you $100 of Bitcoin, and go into the Discord, hit me up, and I'll get you hooked up with that. I will get you hooked up. Let me see. Here I am in the Discord, guys. You got to join the Discord, and then I will. Okay, cool. Cool. And then I will add you guys. If you're not in the Discord, you got to be in there to get the course and all that. All right. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Appreciate all of you guys. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav alecha v'chunecha. Yisa Adonai panav alecha v'yasem lecha shalom b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel. May the Lord bless you and keep you, and cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you, and lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace, in the name of Jesus, the Messiah, and the God of Israel. Monte Crypto, bro, can I make you can I make you a mod, Monte Crypto? Would that be cool? I need some mods. Andrew Sykes, would you want to be a mod? And Monte Crypto, would you guys want to be mods? Because I need some mods up in here. Anyone who's here on a regular basis, I know Andrew Sykes, you're here a lot, bro. If you want to be a mod, let me know. Please let me know. Yeah, you can watch the video late. I'll hit up some people in Yes, Jasper, GB, the course is self-paced. It is self-paced. It's going to be videos and materials that you can, Okay, Bojan, I'll make you a mod. I need to do it, separately, but here. Can I? Oh, add moderator. That was easy. All right. I'll just add some people that I trust. I trust Andrew. He's a good guy. Let's see. Monte Crypto, trust you. And guys, if you see scammers in here, just pull out your wrench and hit them over the head. Cool, thanks guys. Yeah, Ramon, I'll make you a mod too. If you speak Hebrew, you can become a mod. Yeah, it's a mod giveaway. Oh man. Yeah, give him the ban hammer. David Hale, John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. That's a famous Bible verse. Mazeh, what is this? Shocker gat Atamed Belivlit. Oh, Premier Crypto. Premier Crypto. Gotta make you a mod, bro. I'll make you a mod. This is a mod giveaway. Okay, guys. God bless you guys. Andrew says, Ani medaberet ivrit. Andrew, I feel like you used Google Translate for that, because that you wouldn't say that if you were a boy. That's the way a girl would say it. So I don't know if I trust you, Andrew, unless you're a woman behind a man's profile picture. All right. Peace, guys. God bless.